Welcome back, everyone. Spring and summer is a time for new growth and taking bold action together. So we hope these stories will inspire you to live boldly, take wise chances, and with our friends and family make a difference together. Today we will be reading Trouble Dog, yes, yeah, kind of like you, from Shelter Dog to Conservation Hero. You're not quite a hero, but we did get you from the shelter. Written by Carol A. Foote, illustrated by Larry Day. So lean in with the spirit of adventure, grab a friend, and let's enjoy the story together. Why do you look so sad? Because it's not about you. And I got lipstick on you.
Don't listen to our audience. I'm not Trouble Dog. I'm the Hero Dog.
Oh, boy.
Hero Pup.
I love you. Tucker never meant to be trouble. He just loved to play. When no one else had time for fun, he made his own. Romping, chasing, grabbing, leaping, chewing, crashing. You don't know anything about that, huh? So many families returned Tucker to the animal shelter that the attendants started telling visitors, "Not this dog, he's trouble." Aww. For months, Tucker sat alone in his cage, watching everyone pass him by, until Laura. Yay. He'll be all right. Trouble? Laura said. Maybe he's the right kind of trouble. She held out a ball. Tucker quivered with excitement. She bounced the ball. Tucker leaped against his cage. She took Tucker into the yard where he ignored other dogs, people, and even food. Everything but that ball. "I'll take him," Laura said. You're not that into balls, huh? Not that into toys. That's all right. You're a special gentleman. Over the next few days, Laura petted Tucker, fed him, and played with him. He loved his new home, but when Laura didn't have time for him, rip, splat, crack. "You're definitely trouble," Laura said. She smiled and ruffled his fur. "Let's put that energy of yours to work. I have a special job for you." She let Tucker pass a row of empty cinder blocks. "What's here, Tucker? What do you smell?" Tucker didn't smell anything interesting. He kept glancing up to Laura and tried to understand. Then suddenly, a strange new smell. "That's it, you found it!" Laura held out his favorite toy. "Tug of war!" Tucker growled and twirled and yanked. Laura laughed and yanked right back. He could tug as hard as he wanted. No one had ever played with him like that. Over the next few days, Laura led Tucker past the blocks again and again. Each time he came to a new scent, she played with him. Soon he pranced with excitement whenever he saw the blocks. "You're a fast learner," Laura said. "I'm going to make it harder." She moved the blocks into different patterns. She added other strong smells. Then she hid the flour within the blocks. Tucker's nose never failed, and Laura played with him every time. She began hiding other things. A tortoise, not for shaking. A snail, not for eating. Even grizzly bear poop, not for rolling in. "I knew you were the right kind of trouble," Laura said. "After a few weeks, you're going to help me save wildlife." You want to save wildlife? You don't care about that? No. Okay. Tucker's first job was to find rosy wolf snails in Hawaii. The snails didn't belong on the islands and ate the snails that did belong there. They had to go. That's gross, huh? Invasive species. It's a major problem. "This won't be easy," a conservationist told Laura. "Rosy wolf snails are small and mostly hidden under leaves." "No problem," Laura said. "Tucker has learned their scent. His nose will tell him where they are." Tucker vibrated with excitement. His eyes locked on Laura. She stood very still. Then she held out her hands, fingers splayed. That was the signal. "Go to work," she said. Tucker bounded forward, tail high, nose sweeping back and forth, back and forth. He zigzagged across the ground, snuffled under leaves, raised his nose again, and kept searching until... there! He sat, caught Laura's eye, and pointed his nose towards the first snail. "Yay, good boy!" Laura kissed the top of Tucker's head. He licked her face and she laughed. "I knew you could do it. You're a conservation dog now." After that, Tucker led researchers to the scat of wild animals around the world. Moon bears in China, mountain lions in Chile, and elephants in the jungle of Myanmar. So scientists could learn about the animals without disturbing them. You would hate that, huh, Pup? You don't even like to go in the car. What about the plane? Chile? No, okay. He inspected boats for harmful mussels, pinpointed tiny invasive weeds, and detected beetles that were destroying millions of trees. He helped endangered turtles by sniffing out nests they buried underground. Now conservationists could protect each one of those nests. Tucker was a success. By then, they went to look for cheetah scat in Zambia. Week after week went by with no luck. They walked more than 10 miles a day in temperatures over 100 degrees. Everyone was miserable. Everyone but Tucker. Each morning he looked at Laura with bright, expectant eyes, ready for the search. "That's what keeps me going," Laura said, giving Tucker a hug. "For you, this is just plain fun." Finally, one day, Tucker sat under a tree, pointed his nose towards the trunk, and jumped. "He's showing us it's high," Laura said. "Could it be up there?" "As far as we know, cheetahs don't poop in trees," one of the conservationists said. "Tucker's awfully sure," Laura said. "Let's check." So the researchers climbed the tree. "Nothing up here," one called down. But Tucker kept pointing, glancing back and forth between Laura and the tree. "There!" "Keep looking," Laura said. "I trust Tucker." "Found it!" one of the conservationists shouted down. Finally, "Yay, Tucker!" Laura cried. "I knew you were right." Tucker ran in circles, his toy in his mouth. Next time Tucker signaled that he'd found cheetah scat and the researchers couldn't see it, they kept searching and eventually discovered it underground, buried by dung beetles. Ew. Tucker's a hero now. He's still romping, leaping, and crashing, but his unstoppable energy and playfulness are helping save wildlife. He has fun running around and around, following scent only he can smell. When he finds his target, everyone celebrates, whether he's in the field or helping teach people about conservation. That's important, huh, Pup? Best of all, he has a forever home, where he almost never gets into trouble. The true story. Trouble Dog is based on the lives and true adventures of two conservation dogs, Pepin and Wicket. All the experiences in the story actually happened to them. Both dogs have traveled the world using their amazing sense of smell to detect endangered plants, rare or hard-to-find wildlife, invasive species, and even snares. Wicket was rescued after 6 months in the shelter by Amy Hurt. Pepin found a home with Megan Parker. Megan and Amy are co-founders of Working Dogs for Conservation, an organization that finds, trains, and uses dogs for conservation efforts, actions to protect natural environments and those who live there. What traits make a great conservation dog? Only a few dogs have the right stuff for conservation work. Those that do are trouble, obsessed with their toys and relentlessly focused on play. With nonstop energy and curiosity, these dogs don't fit into family life. As a result, they're frequently abandoned in animal shelters where they have little hope of being adopted. But while their energy, intensity, and obsessive fixation on toys make these dogs poor pets, those same qualities also help them stay focused on a search and ignore distractions in the wild. Never seeming to tire, these energetic dogs can cover a lot of ground quickly, and they do well in all temperatures and habitats: desert, snow, mountain, and jungles. Best of all, they love to hunt and enjoy teaming up with a handler so they have fun on the job. How are conservation dogs trained? When conservation dogs first move in with a trainer, most, like Tucker, misbehave, jumping on counters, leaping through screened windows, snatching food off tables, or knocking over fish tanks. Handlers give the dogs a lot of attention and the toy play that they crave, whether it's tug of war, Pepin's favorite, or chasing balls like Wicket. After a few days of settling in, training begins. Handlers place a target scent, a flower for instance, in one of the rows of jars or cinder blocks. They encourage the dog to sniff each one and reward him with play when he comes to the one with the scent. Soon the dog associates finding the scent with the play he loves, and the handler makes the search more and more difficult. You okay, bub? You want to get down? You can get down. Oh boy. I'm very indecisive. Look at all the hair! I'm very indecisive. But conservation dogs have to learn more than to follow a scent. When they find a target, they must know not to touch it, but instead to sit, point their nose towards the object, and either stare at it or make eye contact with their handler. When the dogs are first learning, they make lots of mistakes, becoming distracted, sitting on the sample, or even trying to eat it. Training a new dog for conservation work usually takes a few months, though Wicket, the fastest ever, needed only 9 weeks. Every additional scent can take several more weeks of instruction, and conservation dogs are training and learning throughout their entire careers. During their years in the field, Pepin learned 20 target scents, and Wicket learned 32. You want to lay down, Pup? Why don't you just get down? Okay? Go ahead, Pup. Okay. Leave your precious gift behind. What makes a dog's sense of smell so special? A dog's nose is tens of thousands of times more sensitive than any human's. Dogs can smell things people don't even realize have a scent, such as fish underwater. They can detect things that are nearly impossible for humans to find and things that can't be seen at all. A tiny weed on a mountainside, a vegetation, plants before they break through the ground, animals that live below ground, and organisms that are invisible to the human eye. How do they do this? Unlike humans, dogs breathe in through their nostrils and out the sides of the nose. that allows them to build up odors over many sniffs. Dogs even have a special area in their brains dedicated to processing scents. They can keep track of one scent among many other strong smells. Dogs can also tell which nostril an odor reaches first. That helps them determine the direction a smell is coming from. How do conservation dogs help conservationists? Conservation dogs help biologists and find and learn about rare, hard-to-find, or endangered species that need protecting, but they also seek out invasive plants and animals that need to be eliminated. Scientists learned recently that dogs can even smell snares, loops of wire that poachers use to illegally trap wildlife. Now dogs can help rangers find and eliminate snares which maim or kill millions of wild animals each year. One of the most important targets for conservation dogs is wildlife poop, which researchers call scat. By studying scat, scientists learn about an animal's diet, health, population, size, movements, and more, all without stressing the animal by trapping, sedating, handling, or even seeing it. DNA extracted from scat lets scientists determine the species, sex, and even the individual identity of an animal. Dogs with sharp sniffers can instantly and accurately tell one kind of scat from another, or from a mound of mud or something humans find difficult. While bloodhounds or other tracking dogs keep their noses to the ground to smell a trail left by their target, conservation dogs mostly keep their noses up to catch a scent on the air and follow it to its source. You know what I love about dogs is that they can be our best friends and our snuggle partners, and we love to hang out with them and play with them, but they can also be working dogs. There are dogs that protect livestock on a farm. There are dogs that work with the military. There are dogs that work with conservationists. And then they can go, right back to being a family dog in most cases. So, what are traits about your dogs that are really special? What are things that you love the most about them, besides the snuggling and the best friendship? So let me know. I'd love to hear about it, and I can't wait to see you next time.